Hey everybody, this is Jeff Young. Welcome to tonight's webinar. Tonight we are joined by Tim Page from Leadpages, one of my favorite tools in the world. Tim Page is the conversion educator at Leadpages. He's an experienced marketer in all forms of media. Tim spends his days speaking to the most successful marketers across multiple industries, along with business owners looking to increase their marketing efforts like you. In his short time at Leadpages, Tim has already helped grow their customer base to 16,000 and increase their list by another 10,000. And I'm sure everybody on this call would like to get some results like that, or even a little percentage of results like that. So welcome, Tim. Take it away.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. Awesome. Great. I'm stoked to be here. Thanks for that great intro. Yeah, so this is going to be a lot of fun, everybody. I'm really pumped. I've been a big fan of Jeff's stuff, so it's just a really big honor to be here, and I appreciate everybody giving up some time to be here with us tonight. So we've got a lot to go through, but I do want to take a minute to just thank everybody for coming. We've been kind of seeing people come in from all over the world, so I just want to thank everybody who made it a point to come. I know that it's like the middle of the night for some places. Over in Australia, it's early in the morning, and people in Europe, it's the middle of the night. So I really appreciate that. So thanks everybody for coming. And also, whenever we do one of these things, it always seems like a lot of Leadpages customers show up. So thank you to all the Leadpages customers who are here tonight. And one big point is that, I know that some of you guys have been on a lot of webinars, and it seems like automated webinars are all the rage these days. But this is definitely not an automated webinar. This is live, sometimes painfully live. And you'll be thinking, God, I wish this was recorded. So today is, hopefully you guys can see this, it's Thursday, February 20th, and it's about 8:03 p.m. here in New York in Eastern Time. So I just wanted to share that. Now, as far as questions, you're probably going to come up with some questions while we're going. I will definitely be seeing all of your questions, and what I'd like to do is, if I can, we'll use your questions to kind of inform the rest of the presentation. There's just so much content here, and I just want to make sure that we get it all in. I'm actually, I'm worried that we're going to be able to get everything in, because as I was putting this together, I was like, there's so many slides and so much stuff to go through, and I want to get through it all, but we will be doing Q&A at the end. And so what we're going to do is we'll batch the Q&A at the end, but if I see a question I can answer, or if Jeff sees a question that makes sense to work into the content, we'll go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we'll get to it at the end. But please, as we go, don't wait to the end. Type your questions in as we go, and Jeff and I will be sure to make this really personalized to you. That's the goal. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to run for about an hour and a half. And, the biggest thing is kind of be engaged. Type your questions. My wife always says you're such a dancing monkey to me, but I'm definitely not a dancing monkey. I do want to entertain you. I want this to be fun, but my goal is to change your life and change your business so that you can help other people and change their lives. So get out your notepad, start writing things down. The one thing I'm going to say is that what people have a tendency to do, and I'm one of these people, I'm trying to work on this for this year, is when you're going through something and you're learning and you've got somebody who's teaching you things, don't just write down like cute quotes or interesting sayings or fun facts that you might tell at a cocktail party. Write down the actual things that you're going to do, like real actual things that you're going to do, and then within 24 to 48 hours, actually implement them. So don't let this be like a webinar where you were like, I'm going to put on that movie with that guy from Leadpages, right? Make this something that really changes your life. So let's do that. A little bit about me. I am, like Jeff mentioned, I'm the conversion educator at Leadpages, and what that means is I'm responsible for making sure that people understand how they can do better in their business. I've been involved with growing Leadpages to over 16,000 customers, and that obviously has been no small feat, and we're continuing to grow. I coordinated the launch of a brand new division of Leadpages, which you'll be hearing about in about 2 weeks if you continue to follow, so please do. I have this webinar is really particularly important to me because I have a degree in massage therapy, and I understand the importance of having a holistic approach to health. And so I know that there's a lot of health coaches on this call that are really going to be able to move the needle with their business. And so I really hope that you'll take this to heart. With Leadpages, our mission is really to take the best and latest of what's been tested and proven in marketing and create software that just does it for you. And you know, that's the thing about this stuff, is it's built for people like you to be able to make an impact in your business. So a little bit more about kind of what we're doing so that you understand the credibility that we have. Right now, our software is generating a little bit over 1 million leads per month. 1 million leads per month. And so hopefully you understand how valuable that is. And as far as I know, we have the largest data set about what's working right now in terms of lead generation and conversions. So we've got multiple split tests happening across our platform, and if you don't know what that means, that's okay, but basically it means all we do is obsess about marketing and being able to build successful businesses. We're not some tiny little two-person operation. We're a large company, and all we do, literally all we do, is crunch data. So everything that we show you is informed by a huge data set of over 1 billion data points. So really, this stuff is the stuff that's proven to work. It's not some theory. This really does work. So kind of a little bit about our approach to things. This is a guy named Buckminster Fuller, and he said, if you want to teach people a new way of thinking, don't bother trying to teach them. Instead, give them a tool, the use of which will lead to new ways of thinking. And so that's kind of what we try to do. We try to provide tools that shape the way people think about marketing, so that rather than having us go out and teach marketing, which we do some of here and there like we're doing today, we really try to create tools that sort of change the way you think about marketing and allow you to do it in a way that blows your competition out of the water. Okay, so one point that I want to make is what we're going to be talking about today. This is called the 3 campaigns that you can implement today to skyrocket sales of your products and programs. And before I get into this, you might have seen a different title to this. You might have gotten some different materials, a fill-in-the-blank sheet, I think. We're not going to fill in the blanks today. We've made a couple of changes because I really wanted to tailor this to you guys. So as we're going, we're going to be talking about how you can generate a ridiculous amount of leads so you can grow your user base, so that you can have more people that are just clamoring to get your help, so that you can make an impact in people's lives. And the reason why we've kind of changed this a little bit is because we felt this would be so valuable to share with you these 3 campaigns. And let me make this really clear. These are the only campaigns that we've used at Leadpages to grow our company. And again, a little bit about the growth. We launched last January, and right now we're over 30 people, and we are multiple 7 figures in revenue. So we're growing anywhere from 20 to 40% compound growth month over month. And I'm not saying that to brag, but what I'm telling you is that we've done that. We've built this company using literally only these 3 campaigns that I'll be showing you today. So whether you're new to growing your business online, or whether this is something that you've been doing for a long time, this is going to have such a big impact. And literally, if you just mastered one of the campaigns that I'll be sharing with you, that could get your business to 7 figures or more in revenue and help you change the lives of a ridiculous amount of people. So literally, if you just master one of these, you could get to 7 figures. So I'll be showing you the only 3 ones that you should be implementing, and I'll be showing you not just the campaigns, but I'll show you the order in which you should be implementing them. So this is seriously as step-by-step as it gets. We're going to make this really clear and easy for you. And so here's my quick tip. After today's webinar, or anytime in the next 48 hours, I mentioned that you should be implementing, but what you should do is block out a period on your calendar, and you can write down Jeff, or you can write down Tim, or you can write down webinar. But in that time, you're going to block out time in your calendar that you are going to implement at least one, if not all 3 of these things that you learned, because that's the way that it's done. And if you start waiting beyond that time, you start going, oh, remember that webinar? Yeah, what were they talking about again? And so we want to save you that implementation fail. All right, so before we get into the 3 campaigns, I want to give you one of the most valuable pieces of content that you're going to get from this webinar. This is, if you've been in internet business for a little while, if you've been growing your health coaching business online for a little while, this might be a little review, but chances are there's a lot here that you haven't been doing. I've covered this in past webinars, but it's such an important part of the foundation of what we're talking about, and this one thing will make a huge impact on the amount of leads that you generate and how you grow your business. So this has to be repeated. You need to, absolutely need to, be creating a resource guide landing page. And we'll talk about what this is, but in order to build a massive business, you know hopefully by now that you need to be building a list. And so kind of as a prelude to the 3 campaigns, and I won't spend a lot of time on it, but in order to build a list, the best way that we found to do that is with a resource guide landing page. So this is kind of our famous resource guide landing page. A lot of people have come to know us for this. And the reason why it's called the resource guide landing page is because when people opt in, they're sent a list of resources. So right here it says, free report reveals the top 5 dirt cheap tools I use to create all my videos, including my HD video camera. So someone opts in on this page and they're given a list of resources. And I'll show you what that list of resources looks like. So this is that list. All right. When someone opts in, they get this list of resources, and you see it's super simple, right? I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. It's just a list of resources. It's just the tools. And here's what kills me about this. You know, so many people that aren't doing this, and this took about 5 minutes to create, this little guide, right? It took about 5 minutes to create. And this page took maybe 3 minutes, and you know, a few more minutes to write the copy or do the design for the for this. So I would say about 20 minutes to create both of these. And this page with the girl, I'm gonna, by the way, I'll be referring to this as the page with the girl. It's just we'll make it easy to remember that way. So this actually has gotten us more opt-ins and more consistent results and business growth than a page that we created to give away a free video course. So, you know, we once spent literally an entire month to create this video course, and it was an awesome course, but it took us a month, and this page with the girl got us way more opt-ins and built our list way faster than the one with the video course. The other one that a lot of people do is the ebook. So we took 2 weeks. We had our top writers writing this amazing ebook, and you know, we spent a bunch of time on it. And this little resource got us more consistent results and a higher conversion rate than that. So there's a couple of interesting things going on with this page that kind of make it work so well. One is, you notice the girl is looking at the action that we want people to take. And what we found is that when the main subject on your page is looking at the action that you want them to take, that increases the conversion rate. The other thing is, all things considered, both men and women are more likely to opt in on pages that feature pictures of attractive women. But both men and women do not respond to pictures of attractive men, oddly enough. So, you know, that's something interesting to note. So why is this the best performing landing page that we've ever created? And again, I know this is review for some people, but I really want to drive this point home. If you haven't done this yet, once the webinar is done, please create a resource guide opt-in page. Even if you already have an opt-in box on the side of your page, even if you already have a pop-up, this is going to outperform that by a lot. So why is this the best performing landing page we've ever created? The first reason is it doesn't require someone to process too much information. You know, they don't have to watch a 3-minute video or read an entire page of copy just to figure out if they want to opt in on the page. All they have to do is figure out if they want the 5 dirt cheap tools that I use to create all my videos. That's it. That's the only thing they have to figure out. The second thing is that everyone wants to know the tools that you're using. Everyone wants to know the tools you're using. So studies have shown that people would rather acquire a tool than acquire training because it's easier and more enjoyable to buy something that's going to solve your problems than it is to learn a new skill. Everyone wants to know what they need, right? So if you think about it, if you were going to join a yoga class and you've never done yoga before, the first thing you're going to want to know is like, you know, what yoga mat should I have? What pants do I want to buy? What shoes should I wear? What's the best class, right? People would rather acquire a tool than acquire a skill. So just an example of this, anybody who subscribes to magazines, most of the time we get really excited about the gear guides, right? The features that, you know, show the best gear. So we've got, like, here's the Transworld Snowboarding Gear Guide, or the Outside Buyer's Guide, 325 torture-tested products. Comic Buyer's Guide, this is my favorite. I'm a total nerd, so I love that. You know, Golf Equipment Buyer's Guide. I know that's Jeff's favorite. We got Bicycling Buyer's Guide, Minimalist Shoe Buying Guide, Sprinter RV Buying Guide. And the reason I'm going through these is these are the most popular issues of each one of these magazines. And so people just, they want the tools. People love having the resources. And the reason why is that people believe if they have the tools that the pros use, that they'll be like the pros. So these people that will come to your website, they believe that if they have the tools that you use as a health coach, if they have the right vitamins, if they have the right, you know, workout gear, whatever it is, then they will be able to be healthy just like you. And so you can really do this in any market, and it's fairly simple. So the fastest way to grow your list in as short an amount of time as possible is by compiling one of those buyer's guides for your market. And again, it outperforms video lead magnets because the perceived value of video bribes has gone down so much due to the proliferation of launches and just lack of time. People don't have time to watch a 15-minute video these days. It outperforms opt-ins for free coaching sessions, which goes to show that greater value does not necessarily equal a higher conversion rate. So I know a lot of the coaches out here are thinking right now, you know, I'll give away an hour of my time. I'll give away a free coaching session. I'll give away a personal training session, something like that. But the reality is people are more likely to opt in on a page like this than they are for a free coaching session.
Can I jump in there for a minute, Tim, and say something about that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I tell people, I mean, people talk to me about this a lot. And free coaching sessions work, and they're great, but they're way better after you get somebody on your list than necessarily to get them on your list. So it could be like on a thank you page, it could be in a follow-up email, it could be after they've purchased some real cheap thing, you know, further down the road, after they've found out something about you. Then you offer them a free session, they're like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's such a great point. You've already got somebody who's connected and who has asked you for what you have. And you know, it's going to convert better, and then that free coaching session will convert better because they've already gotten something of value from you. It's great. That's such a great point, Jeff. I really want to drive this point home because I know it's so tempting because it doesn't take time to create. You could just go coach them, but Clay Collins, who is one of the co-founders of Leadpages, and whose account I'm using right now, he actually gave away an hour of his time. So the co-founder, CEO of a multi-seven-figure business gave away an hour of his time, and the page with the girl outperformed him giving away an hour of his time. Okay, so this is so important. Let me make this really, really clear. The amount of time that you spend creating your lead magnet does not equal your conversion rate. And if there's any quote-unquote quotable thing to write down, it's that. The amount of time you spend creating your lead magnet does not equal your conversion rate. It can be time wasting, and you'll end up optimizing and doing something else. So another reason that this is the best landing page is because the time to benefit ratio is high. Literally, once you got off this webinar, you could create this page and have it done tonight in 20 minutes. You could have the list of resources done, and in fact, you don't even have to make it look all nice like this. It doesn't have to be all fancy with the pictures and the beautiful design. I mean, you could just put this into a Word document and give it to people. And as long as, you know, there's value there, then people are going to love it. And, you know, the best thing is you could create the page in about 5 minutes. So I want to see if we can get some ideas for how you could create something like this in your market. And I know not all of these will apply to your market, but this is to give you an idea of how versatile this is and how you could do this in a bunch of different markets. So let's say you were a real estate agent. Resource guide, the top 5 safest credit boosting home loans of the year. Right? I mean, I want to know that. I'm buying a house soon. That's important, right? If you're a dentist, buyer's guide, the top 5 electric toothbrushes of this year, including the one that I use. right? Valuable. You're a life coach, or even let's tailor this to you guys. Let's say you're a health coach, right? App Guide, the top 4 iPhone apps I use for staying healthy every day, including the one that I use every day, right? Or something along those lines. If you were a fitness expert, the only 3 pieces of exercise equipment you need in your home, hint, they all weigh less than 5 pounds. And Jeff, I know you love that last one because this is so powerful because it's counterintuitive, right? People, it's counterintuitive to think that exercise equipment would weigh less than 5 pounds. And so what happens when you have a headline with something like that, hint, they all weigh less than 5 pounds, is people's curiosity goes crazy and they want to opt in just to find out what the heck that thing could possibly be, right? Or if people are loving the apps, they want to know what app their health coach uses every single day, so they're going to do that. So again, I know this is a prelude to the 3 campaigns, but it seriously is a prerequisite to everything we're talking about, and it's probably the most important thing to building your list. All right, so what I want to do is I just want to show you a really easy way that you could create one of these in Leadpages to make it really easy. And I want to show you, let's see, one of these. I want to show you one of our pages that's really crushing it right now. This is the product launch formula. It's Jeff Walker, but I know it's kind of coming through choppy, but you can see this in your own browser when you have some time. But this is one of our video background pages. This is just crushing it right now. We're seeing amazing conversion rates with this. And it's just really cool. Can you see that, Jeff?
Yeah, I can see that, and I've seen a lot of those. And they're, I mean, since this came out a few months ago, you see a lot of these in the IM space. But outside of that, in the fitness industry, health coaching, wherever, nobody's using this yet. So it also makes you unique. If you're hanging in internet marketing circles, which most of you probably are not, this is much more unique to other niches.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, this will be, people will be really blown away, and it's going to increase your opt-in. So let me show you, so you could do this, or you could do like the one with the girl that I showed you. So you could have it, be a little more complex or simple, but they're both really easy to create. So I'll show you that, how that works. So let's go into the back end of Leadpages here, and I'll show you. So here we've got, when you get into Leadpages, you just go to opt-in pages. Right, and we can look down. The video page, I think, is right here. Okay, so we'll create one of these. Really simple. So you would select your industry. You guys could be maybe alternative health, or you could go into health and fitness, whatever. What's that?
Or coaches, consultants. Either one.
Oh yeah, coaches, consultants. Either way. So let's say you wanted to pick that. I'm going to change this because I know I don't want to skew these. And the reason what this is this makes it so we can track your results based on the page, and then later we can actually, once we get to know your industry, we can actually tailor a page that's perfect for you. I picked the wrong page. I apologize for that. We can tailor a page that's perfect for you, and then you can have, we'll know exactly what's working in your industry. So I think this is really cool. I don't know how I picked the wrong page. I apologize for that. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Sorry about that. And I'm not going to do it again. Okay. So here's how this works. If you wanted to make this page, here's the video background all set, so you don't even have to worry about that. Let's say you could have your logo up top or not. So we'll make the logo hidden. All right. And if I go too fast, Jeff, will you slow me down? Because I tend to speed through this stuff.
Sure.
But I want to show just how easy this is. So let's say you want to change the headline. Very easy. Click on the headline, and here we are. We can change this. So let's do let's go back to one of these headlines. Which one do you think we should do? Should we do the fitness expert one down here?
Sure.
All right, let's do that one. All right, so we'll highlight that, and we're going to put this right in here. All right. So there we go. So we could do like free download. And then colon, and then there it is, right? Very simple. Maybe we could underline the top here. We could maybe italicize the hint, whatever you want to do. I don't like that, so we're going to leave that italicized. All right, and then that's done. And then you can, again, we could do this however we wanted, but you can change the style settings. You can change the font. But what I love is that you can actually set up to integrate with whatever service you use. So if you use Aweber or MailChimp or Infusionsoft or whatever, these are just the ones we use. But we'll do MailChimp because I know a lot of people use that. And then you can just pick your list, All right, so you could you pick whatever your lists are. You can have separate lists. The thank you page URL, so you can send it to wherever you want, leadpages.net/thank-you, right? And down here, you can integrate this with GoToWebinar. So if you want to do a health webinar of your own or a coaching webinar of your own, you could just integrate it. And all of our landing pages are also can be webinar registration pages. So it makes it really, really easy. And so we've got that all set. I'm going to change the name of the page up here. So let's do Jeff, let's see, lead magnet page. All right, there we go. So we'll save the page. And my computer loves to go slow when I got GoToWebinar going. I don't know what that's all about. And then,
before you
so
hit publish,
our page,
can you go over one other thing? The lead magnet delivery system, so you don't even have to upload it anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but with this, and you'll have to bear with me because, all right, let me. What ends up happening is, first off, with a lot of these, they're already all integrated with that, Jeff.
Oh, okay.
So if that's what you're talking about, I apologize.
No, I meant up at the top where they send an email afterwards. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's only integrated with some pages. All right, just keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Sorry, I don't think we actually have any of those set up on here. But we could actually, what we can do is I have a tutorial that I can send that out for you guys for sure. So does that answer your question?
Yep.
Okay. This is what you're talking about. I apologize. I'm sorry. When you set up at the top, I was like looking for it. Anyway, wow, one of those days. Okay, so yeah, so what we have here is when you set this up, let's say you've got that lead magnet like this one over here, right? So you've got this GIF that we set up. Or whatever it is that you're giving away. Up here on the top, you can select this to actually send an email with your lead magnet. So you don't have to worry about, like I was saying, it's already integrated with most email providers. But if you didn't even want to mess with that, and you wanted to try a bunch of different pages, you can actually set it up here so it delivers whatever you want. So whatever your lead magnet is can get delivered. So we'll do a thank you page template, right? Whatever it is.
Which is great for the technically challenged because you don't have to upload it to your website or Amazon S3 or any of the other Dropbox, whatever anybody usually uses. It's instantly emailed to people. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people. It's so funny. I work for a software company, and I can be technically challenged, but this makes it so easy you don't even have to worry about it.
And unlike with using your email, you can send out 3 different lead magnets to the same list. Is another great feature of this.
Yeah, exactly. So if you wanted to do that guide and maybe a video or something along those lines, you could do that. All right, so I want to show you one thing that's awesome about Leadpages is when you go to publish it, you can. One thing that's nice is we actually host it for you. So if you don't even want to worry about anything, you just want to have the page up and ready, it's already here. So there's the address, right? And I'll show you what it looks like. So here's the finished page that we just created. It took a whole long time to create, but there it is, right? Or you can host it on WordPress if you use WordPress. We have a WordPress plugin. Or you could do on Facebook. You can make it as a Facebook tab. And I want to show you this right now. I'll show you the WordPress in a little bit. But I want to show you how you can have this amazing video lead magnet published to Facebook in 4 clicks. All right, so you can quote me on that. 4 quick clicks. Ready? 1, we're going to do add to Facebook. 2, 3, 4. 4 clicks, and here we have it. All right, so now this is a tab in Facebook. I'm probably going to get yelled at for using this on image test, but that's okay. So there it is. We've got that already published. So 4 clicks. You can be as technically challenged as you want, but you can't mess that up. There's only 4 things you have to click. I love that, and it makes it really easy. Now we're published to Facebook. So again, I just wanted to show you how simple that could be. So there's really no excuse, if you're like me, there's no excuse to not have one of these resource guide lead magnet pages set up. I'll also show you how to do it on WordPress a little bit later, but I want to get back into just some more stuff about how all this stuff really works. And so again, these just really crush it. These are the pages that are getting people in all different industries a lot of success and a lot of great results. Okay, so again, why should you create a resource guide squeeze page? One is this takes literally minutes to set up. Like you just saw, we just did it, all set, easy, ready to go. It doesn't take that much time to create the copy. It converts higher than the long form opt-in pages. So I know we've all seen those pages where it's like there's like 7 pages of crazy copy, those sales letters and stuff like that, those are fine, whatever, but this converts better. It's higher, better than anything we've ever seen. And again, you create that bribe in 2 seconds. It's so easy. With Microsoft Word, just make it a PDF, right? So again, let me beg you, if you don't already have one of these pages up, set it up. It will outperform any of that, and that alone is completely worth attendance on this webinar. All right. So just a couple of people that are talking about that, the landing page, just to show you some proof. This is Eric D. He said, your software got us an 8x improvement over the basic homepage and a 3x improvement over the previous opt-in, and I'm barely even using all the features, no social proof, weak offer, etc. Leadpages took my opt-in rate from 8.6% to 23% in a single day. I love that one. Mind Valley, if anybody likes Mind Valley, I'm a big fan of their stuff. These are giving me 3x to 4x conversions against the one I was using before. A couple of tweaks in my biz will make at least 2 times the money I was making. That's pretty powerful. And then Tara Me says, I've been using this for a little over a month, and get this, I mean, this is so beautiful. And it's been accounting for 71% of my new list subscribers. That's pretty amazing. And so you could have multiple different things, but the most important thing is to just start building your list and using these resource guide lead magnets. So let's get into the kind of campaigns that you should be creating. And the first campaign that I recommend that you create in your business is an autoresponder follow-up sequence. Okay, an autoresponder follow-up sequence. And the reason for this is in terms of just raw business growth. For a long time, what was growing our revenue at Leadpages more than anything else was just doing webinars, honestly. So we just did a whole bunch of webinars, and that was where the majority of our revenue came from. Now, we're only doing a few a month, but our revenue has grown since we stopped doing so many webinars because we have an automated follow-up sequence. All right, so I'm going to say that again, an automated follow-up sequence is the key. So for those of you that aren't familiar with how an automated follow-up sequence works, what happens is that you remember the page with the girl. Someone opts in to a page like this, and then it sends them right away, instantly sends them that report with, whatever your list is, right? So in this case, it was the DIY video studio setup. So like let's call that day 0 where they get this report. And then they get email number 1 automatically. You don't have to worry about it. 3 days later, it sends them email number 1. And you can set that up in MailChimp or Aweber or whatever you're using. It's really easy. You just set it up as a sequence. And then you set it up so that after they opt in, they get email 1 after 3 days, email 2 3 days later, email 3 3 days later, and email 4 another 3 days later. So this campaign, this kind of automated sequence, is bringing us at Leadpages a little over $10,000 per day. I'm not kidding. I said $10,000 per day from this automated sequence. And we literally don't have to do anything for this anymore. We set it up once, and it runs on autopilot. And so the reason why this is the first thing you need to set up in your business, once you have that resource guide lead magnet set up, is because this means that, let's say you have a week where you want to go on vacation, or a month where you want to go on vacation, and you want to obviously keep your business going. You can leave, and this sequence takes care of the marketing for you. So it ensures that you make money even when there's not some kind of webinar or some hoopla and special deal that's going to go away in a week, and you've got to throw out some weird promotion. You don't have to do that if you have some sort of pre-programmed series in place. It's seriously really incredible. So again, someone opts into on the page with the girl or whatever, maybe the video page if you want with the video background. Then they get this report. Day 3 they get an email. Day 6 they get an email. Day 9 they get an email. Day 12 and on and on and on. And I recommend you have at least 8 of these emails that can go out. And so I want to show you what this looks like in real time. This is kind of how we've done it in our business. So here is our video course. And so again, this would be like part 1. So this would come out on 3 days. So on day 0, they got that lead magnet with the beautiful video stuff, right? So this is day 3, and it comes automatically by email. And then you see here's day 3, here's day 6, here's day 9. So this is 1, 2, and 3, and then it goes all the way up to 6 in this part. And so there's a number of things going on with this page that make it really, really work. The first thing is that it's telling people how many parts there are to this automated series. So it says, you know, part 1 of 6, right? And so what happens is when people get this automated series of email, they know exactly what's coming. They're not like, oh my God, this guy's going to be emailing me forever, right? They know that there are 6 emails. They know the deal. There's no confusion. They don't think that you're just going to go nuts with their inbox. They know it's like you have an arrangement with them. There's 6 emails. They're going to get all of them. The second thing that's going on with this page is that it has this progress bar here. And human psychology doesn't like things that are incomplete. So when you give people a progress bar, they tend to want to complete it. So when you have this kind of progress bar in place and they're getting one of these emails every 3 days, it keeps people opening your emails. They keep consuming your content, watching your videos, whatever, because they want to complete the course. And so this is just kind of like a cool psychology hack. You probably found that when, let's say you're on your computer, you're waiting for something to happen and there's like that progress bar. You know, you're downloading a pirated movie or something. I know you guys would never do that. And you just see like the little bar inching forward. You're more likely to say like, oh, I'll just wait for this to happen, rather than, you know, close it out or close your computer or whatever, because you get a sense for how long you need to wait because that progress bar is moving. And so it's the same thing with these courses. Now, another thing that's going on with this page that gets people to consume the content is you see on the side, there are these share buttons, right? And so the way these share buttons work is that when someone hits like or share on one of these pages, it actually shows them, you know, let's say on Facebook, for example, it shows them as liking this page with the girl. All right. And so the reason for that is, let's say somebody was on, you know, part 3, right? And then they hit like. You don't want somebody to come in at part 3 of the course. You don't want them to miss the first 2 videos. You want them going through the entire course. So when somebody shares it, it actually shares the opt-in page. So not only are people getting to see the whole course, but you're adding to your list. The other thing that I love, this is one of my favorite features, is that down at the bottom, you can do Facebook comments and people can comment on your page. But what happens is if they're on part 2 and they want to comment on part 2, it's not just only going to be on part 2. What happens is the comment goes across all the pages. So you see this Cali person is on this one, Cali person on this one, and Cali person on this one. So it shares them on all of them. And when somebody sees this on Facebook that you commented on this video, it's going to share again the page with the girl. Okay. So again, it's going to grow your list and you get kind of the social proof. So what we do in these videos is basically we kind of share some sort of valuable tip for the first 3 minutes, right? It's like 3 minutes of really valuable content. And then after that, we do like 1 minute telling them something extra that they get if they decide to buy our product or, you know, maybe sign up for our service or whatever. So we give 100% value for about 3 minutes, and then we spend 1 minute telling them something extra that they get if they had our course, if they had our product or whatever. So for health coaches, let me share an idea of what you might be able to do. So let's say what you could do is you could spend the first 3 minutes talking about your 3 favorite superfoods. All right, I definitely got into the superfoods thing. And so you could talk about how they give you more energy, why you like them, what's so great about them. And then in the 4th minute, you encourage people to get your product, which maybe it explains, you know, 10 more superfoods that they might like, or you could explain to them that when they get your product, they get that, and you help them create a customized health plan just for them that they and their family could use to have more energy. So you spend 3 minutes just delivering solid value that stands on its own, and the last minute is just you telling people something extra they can get if they buy your product. So that's what we do here, and you can see people can go right on the page, they can watch the video, and then they can purchase the product after hearing us talk about it. So here's the crazy part about this, right? So this is just an automated follow-up sequence with these 4-minute videos, and the crazy part about this is this was last month's highest grossing web page for our company, other than our sales pages. And the insane thing is, it's probably going to be this month's highest grossing web page, because again, we've slowed down on the webinars, we've stopped doing the one-time promotions, and so all of our content is evergreen. It just happens day in and day out. And so this follow-up sequence with the videos, this follow-up sequence right here, where they get, you know, this one day 3, this one day 6, this one day 9, and so on. It's kind of the number that we settled on, by the way, is the 3 days every 3 days. So this has generated so much revenue for our company, and I can't recommend this enough. So
can I jump in there real quick?
Yeah, please.
So a thing I see a lot of people, coaches, stumble on is, you know, I don't have a product yet, or I offer this big coaching program. So I don't recommend that you try to, you know, get people into, you know, your 6 month, you know, $3,000 coaching program through something like this. But if you're just starting out, if you don't have a product, you could still do something like this. This can lead into the free consultation, you know, until you get a product, you know, and if it takes you 3 months to put that together, don't worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I really quick, before I kind of explain a little bit more about this, I want to respond to one question that came in that's really important, and I can't thank you enough for asking it. Somebody said, why focus only on this for the first year of business? What about content, etc.? That's exactly right. You definitely want to be focusing on creating great content. You really want to be focusing on, you know, doing things that are going to make an impact. But this is the reason why I'm showing this is the only thing that you need to be focusing on in terms of your marketing. So what I'm trying to show you is that this is super easy to set up. It doesn't require a lot of time. It doesn't require a lot of your effort, so that you can focus on your content. You can focus on your products. You can focus on being the best darn health coach that you can possibly be, or whatever it is that your business is. And so that's why this is so important, because it does allow you to focus on the things that are important in terms of making an impact. So Jeff, did I explain that right? Did that make sense?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, good. I tend to I ramble a little bit, but that was something that was really important. I know when I first got started in business, I really wanted to, you know, I thought that it was like important for me to just you know, build the infrastructure for my business and make sure that my business was the best business it could be, and not focus on marketing. But the problem is, you do that for too long, and then the business falls apart.
And the other problem there is, sorry for interrupting you.
That's okay.
When you're just creating content, like, who's reading your content? You know,
right.
This is how you get people to. I mean, there's other ways to do it. You share it on social media, but then you drive them back to these kind of pages, and then over time, you get more and more people reading your content.
Yes, exactly. So I hope that answered your question. I really do. I want to answer some of these questions as we go, but again, I'll be doing most of them at the end. But that one just really caught my eye. So here's how this works. After someone opts in, they get one of these lessons every 6 weeks, and this is really where the money is made in our business. So it's been said that fortune is in the follow-up. And what this means is that, again, you don't just make money when you launch. You don't have to spend all of your time putting together, you know, some crazy promotion, and then you put 3 weeks in, 3 weeks into this one promotion. You don't just make money when there's some kind of special promotion. And, you know, Jeff, I'm sure you found the most taxing thing in marketing is coming up with crazy special offers and stuff. And if you do that over and over, we've all seen the demise of Groupon, right? I mean, Groupon's great, but you can only sell $60 worth of sushi for $30 for so long. And then after a while, people start looking for value. So they're not looking for you to come up with some extra hook, you know, and then what happens is people go, oh man, I missed this special. When are you doing it again? When are you doing an hour, 2 hours for the price of one? And then they don't buy because you're not doing some special promotion. So it dilutes the audience, and people will only buy when you have some kind of special deal. So the truth is, in order to grow and scale in business, you have to have an evergreen process. If you only do a special sale a few times a year, no matter how good you get in business, you can only grow when you have a special. So in order to grow your business, you need a sales process that's always working, that you can scale over time. All right? So I hope this is really sinking in. So here's how to set this up. again, start to finish, really step by step. Every 3 days, create a video blog post on your blog where you teach something that's 100% valuable on its own. So the first time you post this video, you put it right on your blog and you email everyone on your emailing list. Email everyone on your list the first time you post it on your blog. After that, you take that same video, you add it to one of these pages that's optimized for creating sales, all right, which these ones are, right? You add the video to that page, and then you add it to the follow-up sequence. So that way, everyone who opts in after you've blasted your list for the first time and you posted it on your blog, everyone who gets in your list afterwards gets that video as a part of your follow-up sequence. So, you know, if they didn't see it in real time when you post it, they're going to get it in email and they can go through the follow-up sequence. All right, so that's how you would set that up. And I'll show you how to create one of these in Leadpages. And obviously, you can create one of these on your own. You can do that, but I want to show you how easy it is to do right here in Leadpages. Just again to show you how simple it is. So let's see, where is this beautiful page? Here it is. All right, and I'm going to skip that for now. Don't skip that, by the way, because it's going to help us to make sure you get the best page. I'm just skipping it because we're not creating a real page. All right, so this is how you could do it in Leadpages. You could select a logo. Yours would probably already be uploaded, but let's go ahead. I want to grab a fun one. Let's do Remax. I know there might not be any realtors on the call, but we'll do that anyway. I like that Remax logo. And so we'll set that up, and you can change the fonts or whatever, right? You could change the colors to make it match your stuff. I'm going to leave the font the same again. And here's the headline. So let's change the headline. Let's change it to, let's see, we could do free real estate buying course. All right. You can do something like that. Or, you know, for the health coach, it could be like free health training seminar, right? Or something along those lines. Something that would make sense with your audience, but you just make something that's appealing, right? And what's really cool is, you know, we talked about how this works. What happens is when you change the number of courses here, let's say you wanted to do an 8-part course. The progress bar here adjusts when you change the number of courses. So you could do like 150 courses, which would be insane. But it shows, you know, 0.7% completed. You could do 2, and then it shows 50%. So it's really nice. You don't have to worry about figuring out how to manually do that or doing math, which is like the scariest thing in the world to me. I don't know about any of you. So yeah, very simple. And then what you do is you could just pop your embed code in here. So you know, you could just click the video part and insert your embed code. I'll grab one from one of these videos. So copy embed code. You just paste it in here, and then I just change it. It says recommended size. It tells you how to do it right here. So 600. So I'll change that to 600, and height to 338. All right. And now the video is put in there. That's not what it's going to look like, but that's just what it shows you here in Leadpages. And then, you know, we could go down here. We could change any of this. So one thing that's awesome is you could take this right here, and you could change this. So maybe you could have it say, click here to, let's say, schedule a consultation now. So you could have somebody do that, and this could link to maybe your calendar scheduler, or this could link to an opportunity to buy your product or your course, or it could go to your shopping cart page, whatever it is. And so you could save that, and we'll do this as Jeff follow-up.
So you glossed over that, but I want to stop there for a second. So what he's saying is, like, if you're offering a free consultation, the easiest way is to send it to, you know, Time Trade or whatever you use for scheduling. If you don't have something for scheduling, get something as soon as you can. But if you're offering something that's paid, you could send them to something like PayPal directly from here, and then follow up with the scheduling. So if you're doing a paid consultation, the way I usually tell people to do it is send them to PayPal first, or whoever you're using as a shopping cart, and as soon as they hit buy and pay, then you forward them to your scheduler.
Yeah, That's exactly it. My first couple of businesses, that's how I did it. Is I would just send people to PayPal, and then they would pay me, and that would send them to my scheduler from there. So it's really awesome. You could do this if you were gonna do, like, you've already got people on your list because they opted in to get this video. But if you wanted to do like Jeff mentioned earlier, and have them, now that they're on your list and they've seen your content, now they can schedule that free consultation or whatever it is, then this could just link directly to the calendar. And so there it is. I mean, that's really all you have to do, and people can leave comments down here. And now this is set, right? So we've already, I think I've already saved it. I'll hit save one more time just in case. And now we publish it. And so I want to show you how we can publish this to WordPress, how easy this is. And all you have to do is you're going to download the WordPress plugin. Although if you have Leadpages, you're already going to have this. All the plugin does is it hooks it up to your site. So let's do, let's go ahead. I'm going to go to the back end of our new podcast. Shh, I didn't show you guys this yet. It's not ready. Don't go look. So here's the Leadpages plugin, right? So let's say you were already in the back end of your WordPress site. You just made this page. You want to publish it. So all you would do is you go to, this is one click to add new. You pick, there it is, Jeff follow up, right? And then you just type in, I would, whatever you wanted to do. So you could do sales or order or whatever, but let's just do Jeff follow up since we've already done that. And then we click publish. So now this page is a live page. So I'm going to do podcast.leadpages.net/Jeff follow up. And you guys can see this is a live page. Boom, there it is. This is the page we just made. There's the video that we embedded, and we can schedule a consultation. So that just goes to show you how easy it is. And again, you don't have to be a tech whiz. You don't even have to be any good at tech, and it just works. And so this is one of my favorite testimonials. It said the results are back from the split test. They're talking about split testing the different autoresponder pages. The results are back, and this page outperformed the original page by 26%. It went from 31.99 to 40.44. Google Analytics says the probability that your page would continue to outperform the original is 99.1. Love that. It's beautiful. All right, so that's campaign number 1, the autoresponder, automated responder. So let's move on to campaign number 2. This is campaign number 2, and the reason why I'm going to recommend this after the other one is because I know it's easy to want to do webinars, right? It seems pretty simple. You could just do an event-based thing and go get sales and be there. But I would encourage you to get an autoresponder in place first, then set up the webinar. All right, and the reason you should do webinars, the absolute number one reason, isn't what you think. The number one reason to do webinars is not to get more sales. In fact, it doesn't even really matter if anyone ever shows up. Well, okay, it kind of does, but in the short term, it doesn't really matter if anybody shows up, because even if nobody ever showed up, or even if you never made one sale on a webinar, you should still do webinars, because webinars will grow your list faster than just about anything. So I want to show you just from a data point of view.
Can I add another reason to do webinars for people that are looking to create content? So people are looking to create courses and stuff and say it's so long to record these videos and stuff. So a great way to do it is, you get a couple people to sign up for the course, and you don't even may break even or lose money, it doesn't matter. And then you teach it live on a webinar, and you record the webinar, and now you have a course. Instead of the traditional model is we spend 3 months creating a course, we don't make any money, and then publish it.
Yeah, exactly. And I can say I've gotten some of the best trainings I've ever gotten have been from live webinars where people were screwing up and tripping over their words and messing things up and clicking the wrong thing. And some of the best trainings come from that. And I can tell you, I don't really care if something is the most amazingly produced thing in the world, but if the person knows what they're talking about and they're going to make a difference, I'd rather be on a webinar and watch that. And even if it was recorded and you send it to me, hey, that's still value, right? And so that's why we like webinars. That's kind of the value of webinars. But I want to show you, if we haven't kind of sold webinars enough, I want to show you some kind of data-driven proof that webinars convert so well. So we have this amazing feature in Leadpages where if you click this, it will sort the pages by the best conversion rate, which is awesome. This way you don't have to guess. You just pick, what I like to do is just pick the one that always converts the best, right? I mean, it only makes sense. So these are right now, this is all of our templates, and they're sorted by conversion rate. And so the best converting pages, let's take a look which ones are webinar registration pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the top, I think 12 it was, 9 of the top 12 pages are webinar registration pages in terms of conversion. So, I mean, that has to tell you something right there. That shows you that it doesn't really matter about sales. We want the sales, it's great, but webinars are just really, really crushing it. So if we go into kind of this slide that we made for the back end of Leadpages, this is something that's not released to the public, but I wanted to show you guys anyway because I know how valuable this is. This is a webinar registration page that James Schramko made. And if you take a look, you'll see that the average conversion rate for this page across Leadpages is 54.98%. So this means that over half of the people who view this webinar registration page end up opting in. That's insane. More than 1 out of 2 people who come to this page opt in. And so webinars are going to, and before I move on, let me just say, this is the average conversion rate across Leadpages. So that means, understanding a lot of our customers are newbies. We have some experienced, we have a lot of experienced customers too, but this is the average. So sometimes it's going to be even higher, but the average person is getting a 54.98% conversion rate. So that's just nuts. So again, webinars will grow your list faster than just about anything. They're a great way to grow your customer base, address their needs. If you're focused on what your customers want and how you can provide real value, this is the best way to do it. And you'd be hard pressed to find any health coach or internet entrepreneur or mediapreneur who is crushing it, who's not doing webinars. And in fact, you'd be hard pressed to find one of those people that's not doing webinars with Leadpages, honestly. But they're really, in a lot of ways, an all-in-one magic bullet for your business. It's quality traffic. It's people who want to spend time, they want to learn from you, and they provide such high conversion. So I talked to a guy the other day who not only was he getting an amazing conversion rate to opt in for his webinars, he was getting between 30 to 40% conversion rate to sales on his webinars. So, and that's not even an unheard of number. So they're also good for partnerships. So if there's anybody on this call that's kind of new to the health coaching or the coaching industry, what a great way to break into a space is co-host the webinar with someone who's prominent in the space. And so, like Jeff was saying, they provide product creation. And one thing I wanted to add to that, Jeff, what you were saying about, being able to create the product, is not only is it a great way to do it, but if you are, let's say you've run into writer's block or content block, you're having a hard time creating a training, one of the best ways to just mentally make yourself do it is to schedule a time to do a webinar, invite people to it, put it in your calendar, and then you have to show up, right? You can't procrastinate. It's Saturday night, you scheduled a webinar, but you want to watch the Syracuse versus Duke game. You want to see Syracuse spank Duke all over again, but you can't skip it. You can't do it one day late. You've got to do it live. So webinars are absolutely fantastic, and I know that, Jeff, I know you agree with this. And that's why we're talking about
this was
so
almost
much.
exclusively how I built my list my first year and a half. I mean, I have more stuff now, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Webinars and Facebook ads. That was it. That's all I did.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. So let me show you the elements of the best converting webinars. Because I think this is going to be really important, so we can kind of go through this. So let's go. This one is my favorite, and you can see they're sorted by conversion rate. And again, this one right here is just absolutely my favorite, and it's just crushing it. The conversion rate, average conversion rate on this page is like 60 to 70%. A lot of you guys, this is going to look really familiar for being on this webinar. This is the exact template that Jeff used for this webinar. All right, and so there's a few reasons why this page works so well. And the first reason is it has a countdown timer. And so it really, the countdown timer makes it real. So sometimes, like if you say today's date, if you say a date, you know, like January 25th, that feels like an abstract concept to a lot of people. Like I have no idea what today's date is. But if you say to me 2 days, 5 hours, 30 minutes, and 3 seconds, I know what that is. So putting countdown timers on a page is lifting the conversion rate of any landing page. I often say, you know, if I had a bar, I'd have a countdown timer out pointed at the street until the bar opened, right, in the morning. And then I'd have one counting down until when happy hour starts. And then I'd have one counting down until happy hour is over. Then I'd have it counting down until last call, and then until the bar closes, and then until the bar opens again. And I think I turn a lot of people into alcoholics that way, unfortunately. So this countdown timer is just so important. Another thing that's really cool about this page is that you see here it has built into it the mind map. So the thing about this mind map is that the content in the background is blurred out. So we can kind of see it, but we have no idea what it says, and so it drives curiosity. So it's purposely blurred out so people can't see what's there. Another thing that makes this convert so well, and this is, I think, one of the most valuable things about Leadpages, is it has this 2-step opt-in. We call this lead boxes, and it is one of the coolest things. It has completely, I don't want to say revolutionized because that's really insane, but it's making giant waves. It's probably the most powerful thing that we have right now. So what I'm talking about is that the opt-in box is not on the page. So we see this right here, and there's no opt-in box here on the page. And the reason why is because people, when somebody goes to your website, they're going to make a determination of whether or not that your website is a giving page or a taking page. And we found that when you only give people the opt-in box when they ask for it, then your page appears to be a giving page. So you don't ask people to opt in until they ask you to ask them to opt in, right? And what I mean by that is, see this button here, click it, there's the opt-in box. I've now asked for that opt-in box. That's called a lead box. Okay, and so we are literally seeing on average about a 30% increase in conversion rate on pages where the opt-in box isn't directly on the page. So these lead boxes are awesome. If the opt-in box were, say, right here, instead of where the button is, there's an opt-in box, what would happen is somebody could come to this page, they could kind of scroll around, see what's going on, and then they could go. But the second they click on this button here, now they're forced to make a decision, right? They have to decide, do I want to enter my email address or not? And so it's kind of like, it's called behavioral inertia. This is, if you can get somebody to commit at a low level, like simply clicking on this beautiful yellow button here, then the likelihood that they're going to commit at a higher level of commitment, like opting in here, is so much higher. It increases. So it's kind of like, if any of you have known or have been a salesperson, I grew up in sales. That's kind of what I've done for a long, long time in my life. And, you know, one of the fundamental things of sales is called a yes ladder. So you get people to say yes, 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 yes to simple questions like, you know, do you like this? Are you having fun? You know, something like that. Do you think you could use that? Yes. And then you ask them to buy, and they're much more likely to say yes because they're in a pattern of compliance. And, you know, again, if you're not convinced there, I want to go back and show you in the back end of Leadpages. Let's go ahead and do sort by conversion rate, and we'll look here. So 2-step opt-ins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 of the top 10 converting pages are 2-step opt-ins. So this is seriously so important. So, and again, to create one of these in Leadpages is just so easy. So let's do this rapid list building one, right? The one that I was just kind of going through. Really simple. Let's say you wanted to, we're going to change the name of the event. So let's call it, let's say, health optimization. I like that. You guys are welcome to use that if you want to. Health optimization 101. All right, so we could change that. We could pick a different image for the host. So we could change Simon. Simon now could be me. All right, so there I am. My name is now Simon, and I'm hanging out with Clay Collins. All right, so we could do that. or you could change it to whatever, but you just upload, your picture. You can have different pictures. You can change it. You can split test that. So I really like that, and then what you could do is you can change the copy in here to be whatever you want. And it's nice because you don't have to worry about anything difficult. And here's the key part to this. We can set this up with our whatever form we want to use. So again, I'll use MailChimp. And then you integrate it with GoToWebinar, and so not only do people get registered for your webinar, but they get registered for opted into your email list. And so you can also add additional email fields or whatever, but this is just kind of set up for this. All right. So again, this is done. I'm going to do we're going to do Jeff webinar page, save. Oh, we got to enter a thank you page because it's going to send people to a thank you page. So leadpages.net/thank you. All right, so now you'll have a beautiful thank you page, and we have those built right into Leadpages, so no problem. And then we save again, and then we publish. And again, you can go Leadpages. We host it right here for you. Put it on WordPress as a tab in Facebook, or you can put it on your own server, whatever you prefer. But here is this beautiful page that we just did for Health Optimization 101, a great webinar we're doing. And it's all there.
Can you also show them how easy it is to duplicate the page, so the next time you do a webinar, it only takes you 10 seconds to set up the page?
Sure. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about,
like after you're done, when you're all done.
Say that one more
when
time.
You're all done, there's you can duplicate the page, but you have to be out of this screen. You have to be back on the My Pages screen.
Right. Yep. I know what you're talking about. If it's okay, I'm not going to go in there just because that's where all of our campaigns are.
Gotcha.
But literally, it is a 2-click process. So it would be it looks very similar to this. All right. You would have another variation, and all you would do is just you would select.
Say make a copy and change the title.
Right.
And the date.
Exactly. So here I can actually. I think it'll let me show you here. As well. It's just going to save it. All right, so edit. All right, it should show me the exact same page. Right here it is. Okay, so exactly. I want to base this variation on one of my existing variations, right? So here it is. You would click it just like this and select the original. And again, go to webinar, making my computer nice and slow. But again, just like that, and now it's going to give us this exact same page, and now we can modify it. All right. So that's kind of how you could do it from the same page, or you can do this exactly in the back end of Leadpages. So I hope that answered the question for anybody. All right, awesome. So again, we're live now, and what I recommend is you get this series set up. All right, and let me show you kind of our process here of how this works. So you get this series set up. You've got it so they can opt in. It sends them the guide. 3 days later, they get that first email with the video. 3 days, they get the next one. 3 days, they get the third one. And after your third email goes out, that's when you invite them to a webinar. So get your automated series set up first, then get an email out that sends them to your webinar after the third email, and do a webinar. I say, Jeff, you might agree with me or might not, but about once a month or every 2 weeks when you get started. And that's going to build your list. And for your first webinar, you could just do Q&A. Right? I mean, that's my first webinar ever was just Q&A. You don't need to do anything planned. Just invite people to it and do Q&A, and that will get you used to doing it. It's going to grow your list. It'll help you build partnerships. So these pages absolutely convert. Okay, very simple. And just a couple of testimonials as to why these templates convert and why these webinars are so good. Your webinar registration template converted higher than any webinar page that we've ever used. We've gotten registration rates as high as 60% before, but this one topped out at 74%, an average 65% registration rate. I love that. Ryan Dice, who a lot of people know, he had a webinar and the registration page converted at 72%, the highest converting landing page he's ever tested. Confession, he didn't design it, neither did his webmaster, but he was able to make it in about 3 minutes using Leadpages. And of course, Leadpages creates way more than just webinar pages. I'm able to create squeeze pages, thank you pages, video pages, and more in just a few minutes. This one, by the way, when we switched from our old page to this one, we doubled the conversion rate. This one, we also got 70+% conversion rate with that template. This one here, we're running at 76% opt-in rate. by using the following Leadpages webinar registration page. That's the exact one we just showed. I gotta admit, I didn't think it would convert as high as it is, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Glad we did. And this is my favorite one, consistent with everything else you guys are putting out. Webinar had a 76% conversion overall, best ever in the first time out with Leadpages. And then Justin responds saying, "Get used to those numbers, Tom. I filled many webinars and have yet to see an opt-in rate below 73%. Leadpages outconvert any designs I spent years testing." All right, and I know that Jeff can attest to this, so that's exactly why we're here today.
Yeah, sending out to your own list. I mean, you can get 70. I've seen 80%.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. All right, so we're going to move on to the third campaign. Now, this is a campaign that is not necessarily about list building. This is kind of about what to do once you started building your list. And you can start doing this quickly, but this is more of an advanced part of this, but we've got more to go. So this is really good to know in terms of kind of the order of doing things. So I don't suggest everyone start out doing launches. Launches are probably the most prominent campaign that people see, but again, they're the last ones that I recommend you do. So, you know, master the first two, and then I recommend that you do a launch. So I want to show you what a launch template looks like so I can kind of go through it and explain it. Let's get in here. Okay, we're gonna do, let's do this one. Okay, so this is kind of what a launch page looks like. And so basically here's how it works. You email out video 1 to everyone on a page like this. So there would be the video here. You've probably seen it before. You know, you go down into the bottom, people leave comments and all that kind of stuff for the launch. And what I would probably do, since this is video 1, I would probably turn off this entire buy now area. Add to cart section. I'd probably just turn this off. All right, because you don't want them to buy now. We're going to do a launch. So the first video, you wouldn't do a launch. Then you email out video 2. Then you email out video 3. And on video 4, that's where you would open the cart and sell something. And then you close it. And so video 4 is like the sales page. And so I want to show you exactly how to do this in as, you know, as perfect of a way as possible. We've done a lot of testing to make this right, but this is kind of a calendar, and the reason why this is stacked to go into the beginning of the month is because some people get paid twice a month and some people get paid once a month, but both the people who get paid twice a month and once a month get some sort of payment around the 1st. So in this launch schedule, we've scheduled the cart to open around the 1st of the month when people get paid, so that, you know, obviously we know when people get paid, we're in a buying mood and more likely to buy stuff. And so they're more likely to sign up for your products and services around the 1st of the month. So what I recommend is you set up video 1 to go out on Thursday, and you can see it's Thursday right here. Video 2 goes out on a Tuesday, and, you know, the best time for these, you want to write this down, but the best time is around 10 a.m. Central. So 10 a.m. Central in the morning, either 6 or 10 a.m. Central. 6 a.m. has been working really, really well for us recently, but we've gone with 10 for a long time. So video 1 goes out on a Thursday. Video 2 goes out on a Tuesday. Video 3 goes out on Thursday, and then the cart opens on a Tuesday. And this is where you mail them the sales video. And then if you're going to do like a cart closing, I would recommend you do it on the following Tuesday. So they have a whole week where they can buy. And so this is sort of the pattern that we recommend, and it literally took us years to figure out how to do this right. So much testing has gone into this. It's ridiculous. This is definitely one of those things that it's worth it alone. This one thing is probably worth your attendance on this webinar. So one more time, video 1 on a Thursday, video 2 on a Tuesday, video 3 on a Thursday. Open your cart on the Tuesday closest to the 1st of the month, and close if you're going to do a cart closing, close it the next week. So, and by the way, the reason why Tuesday is the best day to launch is, I don't know if you've noticed, but like, I think it's albums, like CDs, you know, albums, they release on a Tuesday. And, you know, it's just whatever reason, people are slammed on a Monday, you know, their inbox is full. But by Tuesday, they're kind of into the swing of things. They're back to normal, and they're available for stuff like that. So open on Tuesday, close the following Tuesday. All right. So the process we recommend for the videos, video 1, you create interest. So you talk about the opportunity or your position on whatever you're doing. So if you're a health coach, you talk about maybe how the nature of what we think of as healthy has changed, and how everything we buy that talks about weight loss or having more energy in the past 20 years has shifted in a new direction. So we're kind of introducing like a paradigm shift. So video 2, we do bonding and teaching. So you've revealed people to this new shift in how you should think about things in video 1. In video 2, you create bonding with them. So we share a bit about yourself, your background, maybe give them a tour of your house, or something that's going to help them know you as a human being. You could maybe show them your office, whatever. Not just some business. You're not just a business or credentials, but show them you're actually a human being and you care. And then, bond with them and do some straight up teaching. In video 3, you give people some proof of the results that they can get, maybe case studies, testimonials, or whatever, and then give them a sample of what they'll get. So you can maybe reveal a section of your course or a piece of your product, or maybe like if you're doing coaching and they have like a worksheet to fill out or a journal to keep, kind of show them that, but just show them a sample of what you're going to be selling. And then video 4 is the actual sales video. So, like I was showing, video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, and that's exactly kind of the process there. All right. So that's kind of what we recommend. And so I want to show you again, kind of like what you could do here. So let's say we were going to do, to start out, you're going to get people on your list here. So you could do like this video page. I just really like this one. And then you could do, for the actual launch page, I've got one that I just really like. I had to save it so I could show you guys. I love this. This is such a nice launch page. He does it a little bit different than our funnel, than the way that we do it, but this is a nice launch page. So we've got like video 1, video 2, video 3. What I like about this one is, I think it's video 2. Nope, it's video 3. So in video 3, oh, he changed it completely. Oh, that's great. All right, let's see. Let's get... Okay, all right. So in video 2, sorry about that. It's one of those days, So video 2, he's got like a download that you can get. And so right here, you can click to see if there's still availability. I really like that. I think that's cool. So he's not really selling yet. And then in video 4, you would actually have the sale. So those are kind of how they should look and the exact process that you want to go through. All right. So anything you want to add about the launch that we just kind of went through?
No, I mean, one thing you see people do when you get bigger, this is down the road, you see people, start doing webinars between the cart opening and the cart closing, and that's fairly effective.
Yeah, that's a great point. Absolutely. Once the cart's open, man, it's kind of, it's not like you should just go crazy, but that's when people are really engaged. People are ready to buy. They might have questions. You do a webinar to answer their questions.
Which we were talking earlier about this. It can be annoying. If you're a super huge person like Jeff Walker or Marie Forleo, we were talking about. If I'm sure everybody on this call has gotten about 100 emails about B School this week, and it's a great thing, but I don't think most of the people on this call have 10,000 affiliates mailing for them yet, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Right, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, definitely. And this is, this is really tailored to you guys, to this audience. And so this is really what's going to help from kind of whatever stage that you're in, as long as you're not Marie Forleo. So, so the 3 campaigns are, 1, the follow-up sequence, like we said in the beginning, the automated follow-up sequence. The second one is you do the webinar, and the last one is launch. So it'd be 1, 2, 3 right in that process. And so these are the 3 campaigns that you absolutely have to master. And so what I want to talk about for a minute is why we created Leadpages. So we created Leadpages for people like you guys because what we wanted to do is we wanted to level the playing field. Clay saw so many amazing health coaches and entrepreneurs and mediapreneurs and internet marketers that were just getting crushed by marketing organizations that did nothing other than obsessing about their marketing and neglecting their product, just like you were talking about. How many crappy products have you seen marketed incredibly well? And so what we saw was that there were great people like you guys putting, their hearts and souls into their product, getting trained, being the best health coach they could be, but not having the resources of these huge marketing organizations and advanced marketers. And so he wanted to create a marketing platform where people could have access to the best performing marketing tactics and make it work out of the box, so that, you know, we don't have to, you know, come up with all this stuff. We don't have to learn all this stuff. You know, we could just, basically, we created Leadpages because we wanted you to be able to spend more time on your products and not get crushed by the big organization. So we think we've done that, and people are just getting amazing results. So because I'm really passionate, having a degree in massage therapy and you know, being so passionate about the health field, I really want to offer you the opportunity to, you know, join this group of other entrepreneurs and health coaches that are embarking on this journey today, and are going to be creating these 3 marketing campaigns. And so, you know, doing this with these video background opt-in pages, and that page with the girl, and the launches and the resource list grabs and all this stuff. So want to offer you the opportunity to join us at Leadpages. So what we're going to do is, I have this amazing list of bonuses for people who decide to get Leadpages today on this webinar before it's over with, by going to leadpages.net/Jeff. And I'm going to, I'm a little slow, so bear with me here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this leadpages.net/Jeff. I'm going to put it right there in the chat, so now that you guys can have access to that. And so I'm going to kind of go through these bonuses. These are amazing bonuses that we're going to do. So the first thing that we're going to be giving you is a beautiful resource guide lead magnet. You know, and so this is for your business. So remember when we said that somebody opt in on this page, right, and then they get this really nice lead magnet, the list of resources. Well, the first thing we're going to give you when you get Leadpages today on this webinar, before it's over with, if you go to leadpages.net/Jeff, is we will actually create a resource guide lead magnet for you. Okay, so all you have to do is you send us your list of resources, so whatever, it's your favorite superfoods, your favorite apps, whatever, and we'll create a beautiful resource guide for you that lists all the resources that you want to tell your market about. So we'll have our top designer, and we've got incredible designers, but we'll have our top designer design it for you. All you do, send us a list of resources, and we'll turn it into a beautiful PDF that you can give away when people opt into your page. The second bonus that you'll get is we'll actually give you our webinar course on how we design and create webinars. So it talks about how to get people to register for webinar, how to get traffic for your webinars, talks about how to line up joint venture partners for webinars, talks about the technology to use, how to lay out and script your webinars. It talks about how to follow up after your webinars and create webinar replays. So it talks about all these things, and it's really an incredible resource. And so Clay used to sell this for $197 for about 2 years. Had a really successful business selling these. And so this is a $197 value that we give you when you sign up at leadpages.net/Jeff. So the next thing that you'll get when you join us on this webinar is you'll get 5 free landing page critiques. We'll actually look at 5 landing pages that you've created with Leadpages, and we'll critique your copy. You know, we'll tell you how to rewrite them. And, you know, honestly, in most cases, we just will rewrite the copy for you. So we've, you know, with about 16,000 plus customers, we know what the highest converting landing pages are in just about every single industry. And we know what's working for health coaches. So we have a good idea what's working for you and why it's working. So we'll take a look at your page. We give you personalized coaching on your specific landing pages to increase the conversion rate. And so that alone is worth the cost of Leadpages. So the next thing that we'll do is we'll give you our landing page course. We have an entire course on how to create landing pages. And I want to say, you know, again, in order to get these bonuses, you need to purchase at leadpages.net/Jeff. I keep saying that because I don't want you to miss out on the bonuses. But we actually have an entire course about how to think about landing pages, how to write copy for them. And you don't necessarily need to take this because, again, we're going to look at each page you create, but this is for the person who wants to learn how to do this. So we're going to give you our entire course when you buy on this webinar. We'll also give you something called a pre-sale formula. Anybody out there who doesn't have their product yet, this is amazing because it's a course on how to build a list with your audience and then pre-sell a product to that list before you've even created it. So now you can build a list with people that will be interested in what you're doing and then co-create the product with them. So your list will tell you what to create, and all you do is you sell it to them before you've created it. It will fund the creation, and then you'll have a profitable product before you've even started working on it. And this has been one of our most popular things. I want to show you some of the people that have gone through this just so you can see what it looks like. And so this is the Sleep Lady. She did a pre-sale on a list of about 750 people, earned $71,256. So every person on her list was worth about 95 bucks. All right. This guy actually, his whole thing is teaching people how to write on whiteboards. Pretty cool stuff. And so in a few months, he brought right around $45,000. And he says, we could not have done this without the pre-sale formula and the coaching from Clay. So we're going to give you that pre-sale formula, and people are getting great results with that. So the next thing you're going to get is the launch course. Remember when I showed you the calendar diagram? I showed you guys this. Let me show you again the calendar diagram here. So this is just one of the tools that's a part of how we do our launches. And so we'll give you our entire course on how to conduct launches again when you join us at leadpages.net/Jeff. So just to show you kind of what this all is, this is the one-stop shop. This is going to build your business bigger than anything. So when you sign up today on leadpages.net/Jeff, you get the resource guide lead magnet created by us. So with Lead Pages, you get the landing pages to get the opt-in. Now we're giving you the lead magnet that you give to people after they opt in. Then after they opt in, we show you how to create a webinar for them. We'll critique the landing pages so you can build your list. Then we'll give you the course on how to make your landing pages better. Then we'll show you how to take that list that you're building and pre-sell a course to them, or pre-sell, whatever to them, so that your product is profitable before you even start creating it. So you know how to launch that product with the launch course. And again, so this all comes together into like one beautiful, easy to do business. And so you get all this today when you join us at leadpages.net/Jeff. And really quick, I want to address there's a lot of questions, but there's a couple that I want to address really quick that I'm seeing kind of frequently. So the first question is, people are saying that they're going to leadpages.net/Jeff and it's taking them to our homepage. That's exactly how it should work. Leadpages.net/Jeff. Okay, so when you go to leadpages.net/Jeff, it's going to take you to our homepage, and the reason why it takes you here is it's tagging you so we can ensure that you get the bonuses. So you need to go through that link, leadpages.net/Jeff. You have to purchase there in order to get the bonuses. So again, the first question, when you go to leadpages.net/Jeff, it's going to forward you to the homepage, and that's exactly how it should work. Don't worry, nothing's missing. The second question I'm seeing is, how much does it cost and how do I purchase? So you go to leadpages.net/Jeff. You're going to see this little button here, this yellow button. You click on that, and it's going to take you here. So which version of Lead Pages should you get? Here's what I recommend. On the side, there's these buttons. You can do annual or month by month. I absolutely recommend the annual standard version. You could upgrade to the pro version later if you want, but I recommend you get the standard annual version. And the reason that I suggest you get the annual version is because, first off, you save over 50% when you get the annual version. And the second thing that's awesome is you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So worst case scenario is you don't like it, and we send you all your money back. So with that 30-day money-back guarantee, if you don't like it for any reason, you can get a full refund. And so that's like the worst case scenario. But the best case scenario is you like it and you save over 50%, plus you get all those bonuses when you join at leadpages.net/Jeff. So that's how you would go ahead and do that. But feel free to kind of go about that any way that you'd like. So Jeff, what are some questions that are coming up a lot now that I could possibly answer that would help some people?
I see one that came in a little while ago and talked about how do we drive traffic to these pages, to these opt-in pages.
Sure.
I talk about that a lot on Health Coach Weekly, but go ahead. I would love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because a lot of people, and I understand why, but for a lot of people, this is exactly like the thing that people think that they need to focus on. And traffic generation is actually one of the easiest things in the world. There's a lot of ways to do it. I mean, you can go with social, you can do Facebook ads, you can do just about any kind of advertising. But what I found is that the most important thing to focus on as you're building your business is what happens when you get that traffic. Because you can have all the traffic in the world, but if you don't have optimized pages, nothing comes from it, and then it's just dead traffic. So you hear a lot of people talking about like, oh, we get like 1 million hits per month, but if you're only converting at 0.0001%, or you're getting them on a list and then not doing anything with it, it doesn't mean anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And the way I did it was, I used Facebook ads, and you target it to your ideal customer. And you are if you're on this webinar, you're my ideal reader of Health Coach Weekly. So I targeted people that I knew were interested in what I had. I did, people on Facebook that are, weightlifters do not see my advertisements.
Right.
And another question that came in, I'm really glad somebody asked this, and I'll have to answer this one. It says, what if you still have the school website and not your own? So they're referring to probably they're an IIN student and they have this website that they don't really they can edit it, but they don't control it. So that's why I absolutely love Leadpages, because it works perfectly with this. So Leadpages can host all your pages for you, and you link out to the landing page. And there's a lot of ways to do that. You can link from an image to the landing page, and they just came out with this new feature called lead boxes, which are fantastic. He kind of showed what a lead box is. It's the two-step opt-in. Well, he showed you off of a lead page onto that lead box, but they now also have a way to have the same effect on any website in the world. So on your IIN website, you can click from a text or from an image, and a lead box should pop up right on top of it. Or the other cool thing I've seen people do with that is if you start guest posting for somebody else and it's okay with them, in your link you can put the lead box too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And really quick, I just want to say thank you to a couple of people. Melissa, who just joined us at Leadpages, thank you so much. Daniel and Eric, thank you guys so much for joining us. I just wanted to, kind of as people are joining the family, I just want to say thank you so much for that. There's a couple of other questions that I'm seeing here. A lot of people are asking, can I use this with various WordPress plugins and stuff like that? Or if we can use this with other tools. The answer is yes. So Leadpages coexists with other tools. Like you were mentioning with the school website, Leadpages works with just about anything. So if you have your own website, but you've got a lot of WordPress tools, or you have one you particularly like, not a problem. Again, we host it for you. And Leadpages is not a WordPress plugin. So Leadpages itself is a web app and a lead generation platform that comes with a WordPress plugin for publishing your website. So no worries about having any ability or comfort level with WordPress. This is designed to work whether or not you're at all tech savvy. So
yeah, and you don't need WordPress is the main takeaway from that. Even though I have a WordPress website, half my webinar registration pages I don't bother going through the process. I just let you guys host it because it's faster and it's easier and it works great.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely. I see another question that we get a lot. Will there be assistance from someone at Leadpages when we have a question, especially for someone that's technically challenged like me? Yes, absolutely. We have some of the best customer support in the world. I would love to read to you guys some of the customer support reviews we get, but you definitely will be getting assistance. And guys, I'm seeing a couple of people coming through again. Thomas, thank you so much for signing up for Leadpages. I think I said Daniel again. Thank you. Eric, thank you so much. Brian, thanks a lot. I'm excited to have you guys on board. So yes, we will be more than happy to help you. We have a ton of tutorials, video tutorials that walk you through how to do all of this stuff. So it's really, really easy. Even if you find that it's not easy, we can help you with it. Let's see, I'm getting Let's see, what do we got here? Hi, I am a health coach in Missouri. Okay, nice. I've got a couple of friends from Missouri. Will this work for me? Yes, the answer is this will work for a health coach in Missouri. Absolutely. We've got plenty of people who are health coaches all over the place. In fact, I think there's a couple in Missouri that have the same exact thing. And so this has been able to help them. What we had one person do was they did for the resource guide, they had us create a resource guide that was, let me remember because I was just going through this. The resource guide was the top 5 web apps, I think, the top 5 web apps for better health, something along those lines. And so that would be, you could do something along those lines. Let's see. Getting a lot of people that are saying they're already existing customers. That's awesome. Thank you. They want to know how they can get the bonuses. I will have to get back to you on that. So if you want to email us, I appreciate all of you guys who are already customers. I know a bunch of you are here, and I know you want to get those extras. I think these are just going to be for people who sign up on this webinar for the first time as a special for Jeff's audience. So I do appreciate that. Let's see, what else do we have? The help of getting responses on pages are valid for how long? Are you asking how long do you get this offer? That is going to, we actually only give the bonuses to people who sign up while you're on the webinar. So you do need to sign up before the webinar is over. I'm still answering a bunch of questions, so you've got a little bit of time. But let's see. I want to say thank you to Lorraine. Thank you so much for joining us at Leadpages. I can't build my business now because of an injury. See, now here's what I want to say. I don't know the nature of your industry, but I'm sorry, of your injury. I apologize because your injury. But what I will say is that this kind of allows you, unless like you can't, I don't know, you can't speak or something along those lines. I really don't know, and I mean no offense, but this allows you to build your business online without having to worry about going out, without having to worry about anything. You can design something right on the computer. You can design a course or create something, a video course right through Leadpages, and you can actually market that. And now you can actually create an income while you're injured and while you're trying to get prepared. So that's what this actually allows you to do. And these three sequences that I've kind of gone through are exactly what is going to allow you to do that. So I hope that makes sense.
Well, I'm taking it everybody really, really loved your content and everything, since almost everybody that was here at the beginning is, still here.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Kudos
Thank you
to
guys
you.
so much.
So this is really great content.
Thank you. And it looks like a lot of people are signing up for Leadpages too, so I really appreciate that, guys. I'm really grateful that you're all here, and the thing that I'm most excited about with everybody signing up for Leadpages is that this is going to really change your business. I want to see more people getting help from people like you, so that you can actually they can actually see a difference in their lives. I truly get excited about this because it makes such an impact. I want to see your business succeed. I want to see you, I want to get an email from you, to be honest, 6 months from now or a few months from now, and say my list has been grown. I've built something that I can finally take a vacation. I want to see that from you. So I really appreciate you guys being here. So I hope that, let's see. Phil says, I apologize. Yeah, Phil, I'm really sorry. This was really a bonus for new customers. Since you're already a customer, you can probably contact me. I would have no problem with you sending me an email, tim@av81.com. I can't promise you anything, but if you email me, tim@av81.com, I will see what I can do about possibly getting you some of the bonuses. But again, no promises. I know we really do appreciate our existing customers, so that's great, and I've loved having you here. Let's see, what are the other questions? I've got some more questions coming through, and I want to make sure that I get everybody's questions answered. let's see.
So in case people can't tell, I can't think of any other online tools that I actually like gush about sometimes. I signed up for Leadpages, I think like a month or two after they opened, and they only had, I think, like 16 templates or 20 templates. I forget how many it was. But even at that, I'm like, this is a game. It saved me so much time and everything. I fell in love with it then. And the great thing the two things I've loved about Leadpages, I mean, is there's always new features coming out. So there was like 4 webinar registration pages. Now there's like, I don't even know how many, 16. Now there's these lead boxes, which are like a total game changer, especially for like people with sites that aren't WordPress that can't use that. I mean, that's absolutely awesome. And it seems like every 2 months there's some like huge change. But as far as templates go, it seems like, I don't know, over the last year it was like every 2 weeks maybe a new template would show up. And even now, I was on Facebook last week and I saw this template, and somehow I figured out I really liked the template, so I looked at the source code. I'm like, it's a lead page. What did they do? Make a custom lead pages? So I'm like digging back through lead pages. I'm like, oh, another template.
I love it. I love it. All right, so I think that we've just about, all the questions are done. There's a few random ones that will be kind of better answered. Let's see, will these slides be posted so I can make sure? I'll see what I can do. I might be able to get this out to you. I will definitely get these out to you. Oh, great question. God, I get this all the time. What I understand is you need a product to get landing pages created. You can't do it yourself. No, you can absolutely create landing pages on your own. The way that most people do this is they hire a developer to do this. Go use Odesk or reach out to somebody, or you can use like a WordPress. You can use a WordPress template or whatever you want to do. That is definitely possible. The thing about Leadpages is it makes it just so much easier. So it's just a quick, easy drag and drop. You can click, you can enter in the information like I was showing you. So it just makes it so much simpler. And the most important thing about Leadpages, let's say you might even have some tech savvy, but none of that matters if you're not converting. So the thing about our templates are that they are already optimized for what's going to get you results. And the thing is, once you're in business and you've got things rolling, 2 months to sit there and test and optimize, 3 months, 6 months, a year to optimize could be costing you a ridiculous amount of money. Whereas if you have Leadpages, you've got the stuff that's already converting and is already getting results, and so you're growing your business that way. So what about people who don't offer webinars but have blogs or podcasts? Well, I'm a full-time podcaster along with this stuff that I do, and so there's actually, let me show you.
There's 2 templates, aren't there, that are focused right on podcasters? I know I've seen one.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
I think it was 2.
I've only used one of them myself, but I play in here a lot. So let me show that to you. Let me get in here. Hang on a second.
And then somebody asked, while you're looking for it, somebody said, do you see Leadpages as the host of Leadpages? So if you host it, if you let them host it and it's not on Facebook or something, yes, but it's not a problem. The way I do it is, it'll say something, your username.leadpages.net. So you use your business name or your name, and it's not a big deal. The only thing I do is if I do it off my own website to a Leadpages page that's hosted on another site, is I open it in a new window. So they fill out the thing, they close it, and then they're back on your website.
Yeah, so here's for you podcasters. I love this. People don't talk about this enough. This is such an awesome template for podcasters. So here's a podcast landing page. Look at this. This is awesome. So you can have you can be building your list here. There's a subscribe link, a review link, and access to the ebook so you can be building your list. And then obviously you can have a video, you can put your player on this page.
So that's a triple opt-in page, basically. Well, a double opt-in page plus a review. So that's a pretty robust page.
Exactly. I love that. That is such a good question. Or if you have a blog. I mean, first off, obviously you want to be building a list no matter what kind of website that you have. But there are templates for so many things. There are sales pages, opt-in pages, thank you pages. So when somebody opts in or they buy your product, upsells, launch pages, pre-cart pages. I mean, there's so much that you can do. There's even one, I did this that I thought was really funny, this About Me page with Bigfoot. I have an old podcast and I didn't want people to access it anymore, so I used this. I put a picture of my kid looking at it. So I know that's just fun stuff, but you can do so much. You can make a 404 page. So if people go, they go to yourwebsite.com/nothing and there's not a page there, you can still turn that into an opt-in with a 404 page. So it really does, it offers a lot of stuff. And, I just want to say, again, all of this stuff that we're talking about, you don't need lead pages for it. Lead pages just makes it easier and makes it, it optimizes it. So if you have your own domain you would like to use, that's great. You can use that. What you could do is you can direct a couple of things. You can direct your URL to it, or let's say, let me go ahead and show you that. So podcast.leadpages.net/admin. I will show you how to make your homepage one of your lead pages. It's really easy. So you go to the Lead Pages plugin, and I'm just going to go actually to the plugin and add new. So right here it says lead page type. You've got normal page, home page, welcome gate, and 404 page. Normal page would just be you wanted to have a regular page, so like the Jeff Webinar page. You can make that, yourwebsite.com/JeffWebinar. You can make it the home page. So now, I'm going to screw this all up, but that's okay. So we're going to set this, I'm publishing. So watch this. When I go now to leadpages.net, we'll see what page it goes to. Health Optimization 101 that we made earlier, right? So you can make your home page go to your actual, whatever page.
And I use this as the welcome gate, which means people only see it once, if you want to talk about that.
Exactly. So that means when somebody comes to your website, you can set it to be the welcome gate so that this doesn't annoy your constant visitors. They just come, they see the opt-in page. If they want to opt in, they do. If they don't want to opt in, no problem. And then the 404 pages if they
So if you go to healthcoachweekly.com/subscribe, you could show people what that looks like.
Yeah, that'd be great.
healthcoachweekly.com/subscribe. I think I have it turned on. I'm not positive. Subscribe.
I went to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe won't take you there.
That's okay. All right. Let's see what this looks like. There it is. And it's great because, a lot of people go, well, if I have this page, if I have this welcome gate, like if somebody doesn't want to subscribe, they won't get to my content. Nope, there's a link. No thanks. I'll pass.
Then this is only new people to my site, and it's not people that are clicking on my blog posts on social media or wherever. If they click on a blog post, they go to the blog post. This is just people that happen to stumble across my website in various means, various different ways. But it works pretty well.
Right, exactly. And so you get this, basically this business in a box of all this stuff. And again, these bonuses really make it worth it. Lead Pages on its own is absolutely 100% worth it. And this just drives it home because you don't have to know anything or be experienced with building business. You could take the advice that I talked about today on this webinar, and then you can have things basically done for you. So we make the opt-in bribe. We give you the webinar course. We critique the landing pages so you can get it done, to the best of your ability. We give you our landing page course, the pre-sale formula, the launch course, and you are set for an unlimited number of pages. So, you're allowed to make as many pages as you want. You can use them on an unlimited number of domains. So if you have multiple businesses and multiple domains, you can do that. And if let's say you have, clients that you're teaching other people how to do something in the health industry, you can actually use these for their web pages. So it really makes it super simple to be able to do any of this kind of stuff that you want. And again, really quick, I just want to thank a couple more people who have joined us. Melissa, thank you so much for joining us at Lead Pages. Fiona, thank you so much for jumping on with us. Maria, that's awesome. Thank you. Judith, Judith Rose, sorry about that. Thank you so much. And we're really excited to have you at the Lead Pages family. I think we're just about done here. It looks like most of the questions have been answered. PayPal, yes, you can use PayPal to pay for the year, no problem. Yeah, lead page hosting, no, that is part of it. 404 page, somebody says, I had a marketer sending the wrong link for weeks before I noticed. Everybody was still opting in. I'd have missed out on several hundred opt-ins. Thank you so much. That is so true. 404 page is one of the best. Using it as a landing page, I hope I just showed you that. The course will be absolutely very clear. You're going to love it. And if you have questions, you can reach out to us. Our support team is amazing.
For the bonuses, have you changed how that works? They used to need to send a special email to a special address. Is that still the way you do it?
Yep, I was just about, bonus no reply at av81.com. I hope I did that right again. Send to all. There we go. I hope everybody got that. I might have done that wrong. I'll type it in here too. So to get the bonuses at 81.com. To get the bonuses, you just need to send an email. And here's how it works. When you sign up for Leadpages, a bunch of you guys, oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. When you sign up for Leadpages, you're going to get an email with a login, your login information. Forward that to bonusnoreply at av81.com, and you'll get your bonuses. And a couple of other people I want to thank. Sasha, thank you so much for coming. Again, so we've got about, I'm going to give it about another minute or so. You've got to get signed up before this ends to get your bonuses, so please do that. In order to get your bonuses again, and email it to bonusnoreply at av81.com. It's leadpages.net/Jeff. Go ahead and sign up. And it doesn't matter what you decide to sign up with. If you decide to go with the standard annual, that's awesome, but you can sign up however you want, and you'll get the bonuses and the 30-day guarantee. So, Jeff, this has been so awesome. Your audience is amazing. I mean, so engaged. One of the most engaged audiences that I've ever been a part of on a webinar. So thank you so much. We've got a question, how do I pay through Jeff's link? So again, you go to...
Maybe they're having trouble with PayPal.
Yeah, it might be a PayPal thing. Where do you sign up on the page? Let me show that again, because I think that would be valuable to show everybody how to sign up again. So let me do that. I'm going to, let's see, we'll go here. So if we go to leadpages.net/Jeff, that's where you want to go. Again, it's going to take you right here to the main page. That's no problem. This is where you want to be, leadpages.net/products. You go click here to get lead pages now, and then you can choose however you want. So let's do annual billing. We'll get started. Oh, it's not going to let me because I already have an account. Let me log out. Okay. I'll do it again. I'm sorry, guys. Leadpages.net/Jeff. Oh my gosh.
No, you didn't type. You have secure server, so just delete the front of that. If it's still HTTPS.
Oh. Whoops. Good call. Thank you. See, again, you don't have to be tech savvy to be able to do this stuff. All right, so there we go. Annual billing. Get started. Yes, I want to join Lead Pages. We go right through here at the bottom. And
there's no PayPal button. That's the reason you can't pay with PayPal.
You are exactly right. Send me an email, please. tim@av81.com. tim@av81.com. And I'll help you get that worked through. I apologize. See, you know what? You can be just like me. Sorry about that. Yes, you can do the month-to-month billing. That's no problem, and you'll still get the bonuses. Month-to-month billing is fine. You do not have to pay for the annual. You can do month-to-month. That's not a problem. I understand some people's budgets. That's all it works. So go ahead and do the month-to-month billing. Leadpages.net/Jeff. I hope that helped. Hope that helped you. So again, you don't have to do the month-to-month billing. And so again, email me if you wanted to do PayPal. I will see what I can do. tim@av81.com. All right, so I think that's gonna wrap it up. Jeff, again, seriously, this has been fun. Your audience rules. You have an amazing audience.
Yes, I do. They're wonderful. Thanks everybody for being here. And Tim, that was really awesome.
Great.
And I look forward to seeing what exciting stuff comes out with Lead Pages this year.
Yeah, there's some awesome stuff. We have a few amazing things lined up, so that's gonna be great. I just typed my email address in there. I hope that is the same person that says trying to sign up. they're asking me to type their email and trying to sign up. I hope that is the same person, so that I hope that I've helped you sign
Oh, here,
up.
we better do
But
it.
just go
I'll do
ahead
it
and send me that
publicly.
email. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not in the chat?
I don't.
Yep. Okay. So it's right there. Tim at Av81. Okay. All right. So we're gonna log off again. You've got about 10 seconds to go to leadpages.net/Jeff and sign up to get those bonuses. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. This has been so much fun, and again, we'll see you next time. And just another thank you to Bianca. Thank you so much. Anna or Anna, I always screwed up, so I'm going to say Anna or Anna, whichever one. Janice, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Jeff, thanks again. You guys have an awesome night or morning wherever you are.
See you next time, Tim. Enjoy the snow.
The organ